Hello and good morning again. We at Southgate Church here in Phoenix, Arizona. My name is George Neman. I'm representing two companies today because we combined forces today to have a big, effective production. So with me, of course, Al, conservative, allconservative.com with Matt Roll Talk Show here. We have to address these issues with the FCC, so here we go. Now we're going to go into our interview. I met this great gentleman earlier. Can we say we had smiles a little bit? We said hello and all that cordial stuff. And since we at church, obviously we had to be cool. You know what I mean? So we didn't talk too loud.
Love your neighbor. Love
your neighbor, but I wasn't too loud.
No, you're good.
You didn't notice I was tiptoeing?
No, you're good.
I thought it was like I'm gonna get hit on the head. Like I kept quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with and I just want to tell you I'm so honored to meet you as well. Because anybody that running for office and throw their hat in the race. Now I got to talk on a serious note.
Right.
You know, you out of your element a little bit if you're running for the first time.
Yeah.
Are you running for the first time?
Yeah, but I'm not out of my element.
You're not out of your element?
No, I'm not out.
So you're right in there?
I'm right in there because I love my community.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
And I care about District 8, South Phoenix, Levine is where I'm running.
So this way, you're running for, what are you running for?
City Council.
City Council, ladies and
Council,
gentlemen. So if you
District 8.
voters out there for that district, can you give us like where is that?
Yeah, so it's South Phoenix and
demographic?
Levine. So it basically goes to South Mountain to the south. It goes all the way to 44th, 48th Street, basically 44th Street.
Right.
And then up to Thomas.
Oh, all the way up?
All the way, like, across the airport, all the way to Levine.
Well, so the people, the
59th
voters know,
Avenue.
they always ask me, like, okay, you talk to the people, but we don't know where they are.
Yeah, a real easy way that I tell people to look,
Yes.
they can actually just go to Google, and the City of Phoenix has a thing where you can put your address in, they'll tell you exactly what district you're in.
And also, they want to, like, some people, like, they do it on the fast, you know how it is, they want to know about you.
Yeah.
How did they reach you? I know, I usually I say this at the end of the interview.
Okay.
But in your case, I want to do it at the end because some people have the shorts, like, in November, like, they change the
Quick,
channel.
it's quick, I understand.
Yeah. So can you tell us how they could reach you? Because this is my first time with you.
Yeah, so my name is Nick Griemsmann, and
Nick Griemsmann.
Nick Griemsmann. I go by Nick G.
Nick G.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier than
Right,
Griemsmann,
sir.
right? So my website is votenickg.org.
Wow. Okay.
Votenickg.org, and I'm Vote Nick G on all the socials like Instagram and TikTok. And
so you have it all.
Twitter.
That's what I was worried. Like, like I have
Twitter.
a different names everywhere.
Yeah.
So you have it like consistency.
It's Vote Nick G for my political stuff. By trade, I'm actually a Christian minister. Shouldn't say by trade, but that's what I do.
Oh my God!
Been
So
doing
I'm
that for
talking.
many
No
years.
wonder why you're so nice to me over here today.
It's the fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy,
no,
peace.
you really are. I mean, I see it through you. And maybe this is not part of the interview, but I don't care. Let's talk about policies now. Like we spoke a little bit. What is your agenda? You're gonna wake up. You won, which is you are. And what is next for us?
Okay, next for me is first to probably sit down with the city manager and the budget office and figure out where all the money's going.
Right.
So I can kind of figure out, because I'm a big I have an administration background. So for me, I'd like to figure out exactly what all the budgeting stuff, like down to the penny of everything, how to figure all that out, what programs we're doing, and then see what's fruitful maybe through the years, what's not fruitful, and then talk with different the program leaders and things. And see, just try to get, my feet wet and figure out what's going on. I believe in having a small overhead and having fruitful programs.
So you're running as a GOP or as a Democrat? Like, what are you running?
I'm an independent thinker.
You're an independent thinker.
I'm an independent thinker, but I am conservative.
Well, I want people to know this because, most pastors are conservative because that's where the whole thing starts.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's a lot of Democrats, ladies and gentlemen, that are conservatives because I met them through my neighborhood, my friends. So when we say conservatives, that don't mean a party. A lot of people identify conservatives with parties, but you just the GOP is more inclined to do that.
Yeah, I'm a registered Republican.
You're a registered Republican.
I'm a registered Republican, but I call myself kind of an independent thinker because I'm the type of person that can see across party lines and work with all types of people.
But when you're running for, especially in Phoenix, because you have who's your opponent now? The reason why I set you up with that question, because you have GOP running, and you probably, of course, you're going to have Democrats running.
Yep.
Is there anybody in particular like woo you, or you're pretty much? Okay?
I run the positive campaign.
Right.
So I don't really mention anybody's name or anything. I just try to be positive and let people know I'm the most qualified candidate, and I care deeply about District 8 in the city of Phoenix.
So that's a great answer. Actually, that's well, because you're a pastor. Like, that is so blessed. People need to know out there, like, that's a blessing. I interview a lot of people. And I just want to tell you that was the most outrageous, beautiful answer. No, seriously, because you don't want to downfall anybody. You want to say anything negative about another human being, because it's unchristian, like, anyway, the way I look at it in some sense. You don't have to put people down to win. So I could see your point. So let's say you're in office now, you're doing with the council, you're doing all that good stuff.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that going to interrupt your daily life, like your ministry or your job, or you're going to continue doing both?
I can continue doing both. It's I currently my Christian ministry is we have prayer. We do a lot of prayer.
Right.
I'm an evangelist, so I do
Right.
travel sometimes.
Well, that's why I asked you. I want the voters
yeah,
to know.
yeah. So I do travel sometimes.
we
I
could
just
talk
got
to them
back.
now,
Yeah, I just got back from a trip overseas, and I was in Africa a couple years ago, and then I started some churches in Pakistan.
Wow.
I've been to 26 countries actually, and
You really went to Pakistan?
Yeah, I started churches up in remote
Lord, okay.
villages where people didn't even know how to
Wow.
read. It was
This is
beautiful.
that's really far.
It's really beautiful. But I am somebody that's not like an extreme person. I believe in working with all people,
Wow.
and I don't slam people for different religions or their beliefs. I really,
I could tell.
as somebody that is going to represent a district like District 8, I have to be someone that hears all people. Doesn't matter what religion they are,
Right.
what sex, what race, anything like that. I have to be the person that is going to listen to all constituents and then come up with the best answers for everyone in the district.
Well, your interview is going to end just on this alone, because
All right.
anybody needs to digest what he just said, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, this is what the bringing in oldest from around the world experience with you, sir, to bring it into District 8.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about earlier, how did they reach you? Because now for the people that stick around.
There we go. They stuck around.
Well, how are we going to reach Nick?
First, I want to thank your viewers for
Yes.
for sticking around.
Yes, that's what I mean.
And they can check me out at votenickg.org.
Right.
And it's a nonpartisan race, so I don't have a primary.
Right.
So I'm going to be on the ballot November 8th here in Phoenix.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what
and it's going to be Nick G. Griemsmann on the ballot.
Nick G. I'm glad you brought it. That's why I emphasize on these things, because that's, as a viewer, that's what I want to see. If I like someone and I want to I want to hear the info, not everything else.
Do you like me?
Yes, I like you already.
Great.
Well, that's why we're doing this interview.
I like you
By the way,
too.
just to let you know, this
Thanks
is
so
the funny
much.
part. I knew I had a feeling I'm going to talk to this guy, but I didn't know how and where, because I did not know he was running. So let's be honest. But this is, of course, Matt Real Talk Show with your George Nemeth. But here's the question. Today we combined forces with allconservative.com. We helped each other out to set up this beautiful production today. And it will defeat the purpose if we don't show how strong we are together as a unit. And that's what our faith brings in us. And as you, the pastor, you probably could relate to this more than anyone. That's how I was attracted to you, to ask you to speak with you, sir, to be honest with you. And I'm so proud that I met you. And I want to shake your hand on camera. God bless for all the work you do, because you're changing people's lives.
Thank you so
and
much.
District 8, watch out, man. This is here.
Thanks.
Safety for the Republic and the Constitution.
Vote Nick G.
Yeah. George and Nemo with you again one more time. Thank you so much for watching. We don't say goodbye. We say stay tuned.
Stay tuned.